What's going on, player from the Himalaya?
Hey girl, what's going on today on this
I still tired,
Tuesday?
boss.
No, that's right. I just said a minute ago I need a nap. At
Yes, I
this
need
point,
3
I feel like I
naps.
need to just go to bed. Like not just a nap, like get in the
Yeah,
bed with the covers and the pillow and just
yeah,
black
for the
out
rest of the
blackout
evening.
curtains. Yeah, just be done.
Get that kind of meal that puts you in a coma and you just go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and go to sleep the rest of the night. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's exactly what I need. I actually considered going to Longhorn and sitting at Longhorn and having my normal meal, steak, grilled lobster and
Mm-hmm.
those Brussels sprouts are banging. And then coming home and going straight to bed and just
To bed. Listen, I'm
calling it
on
a
that page
day.
all day. Yep.
Uh,
To bed. I'm so tired from this weekend.
yes, y'all wore me completely out. I mean, and it's so funny because my eyes look like they shut. I'm up, but my eyes look like they are shut. It's crazy. But we're back, people.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us today. I ain't trying to be funny, but I said
What are
that
you
a
making into a
couple.
gospel song?
Well, I said, I said that a couple of times this weekend.
Like I ain't trying to be funny, but
What she got on?
get your girl. Remind me to tell you about somebody that was sitting next to us.
Oh, out in front of
Yeah.
the stage. Okay.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I'll remind the people. The people want to know though. The people will be writing in to try to get the juice on that.
Well, I'll save it. I'll save it. All right. What are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about Belle Collective and Love and Marriage Huntsville because we're going to save the goody good for a later recording. We have a surprise for our guests.
Mm-hmm.
So, our followers, our people,
Subscribers, our folks.
our folks. So, today we're just going to knock out these two. And trust me, it's enough because, let me tell you something. Between the two of us, we have to practice holding our tongues talking about these folks because
Yeah, a lot of foolishness. Plus, we didn't record last week, so we got 2 weeks of foolishness
yes, two
to get
weeks of
through.
Belle Collective and 2 weeks of Love and Marriage Suits.
Spandex suits. It's like, why your suit stretchy? That's all I need to know. Why you got on biker leggings? Why you got on suit leggings?
And is he gonna get the fox to go with it? Yeah, and some gloves.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
so yeah,
All right,
so what?
we'll get there. We'll
We'll
get
get
there.
there. What they doing in Jackson? What they doing in Jackson?
Embarrassing me.
You want to do
Embarrassing
it
me.
by? Let's do it by Belle.
Foolishness,
Oh, well, I was gonna
number
say
one,
go and
or wait, foolishness level one, or foolishness level 5, because
I
they
guess we
got it.
have to ease into the level 5. Let's start. That's why I was thinking if we do just okay, low key, Tambra, there really ain't much to say about her. She won't take but
Okay,
a minute, right?
listen. I haven't called anyone a pathological liar in a long time. This girl fits the description. And of
She
course,
does.
the shady cameraman and the shady replay dude are going to show the stuff that she said.
The stuff that she lied about, exactly. I don't know why she keeps trying. She keeps trying. So yeah, nothing really to say about Tambra. Who
But her
else is more?
relationship is fake.
Yeah, yeah. That's why there's nothing to talk about because
No one believes she's with Damon. I think
we
that's
don't
his
believe
name, Damon.
anything that comes out of her mouth. They out of that mouth. Yeah. And this whole engagement, I don't know what Marie was trying to show on her phone, but girl, nobody cares.
No
Okay.
one cares.
The next one who
Okay,
really
that's foolishness level 1. What's
it's
foolishness
really
level
level
2?
0.
Oh, damn.
It's so boring, you know.
Yeah.
I would say level 1 is probably Aikisha.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. She's just not okay. So okay. The previous week, she had a little shine when she had her conversation with Joshy
Mm-hmm.
in the salon. But then this
Mm-hmm.
week, it went back. She really didn't have a whole lot that was interesting. Well, no,
Well,
it was
first
just
she
it
had
wasn't
the
foolishness happening.
lunch with Marie and
SoGucci.
SoGucci, and I'm like, y'all don't match.
When
Like,
did
don't
y'all
even
become
try it.
friends? Knock it
Don't
off.
even try it. That's uh you want to go fake, 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 fake. Like that's not even, come on, yeah, that's not even real.
Yeah,
And
we know
then
better.
and then the conversation between her and her aunt.
Yeah, her aunt. No, she called her grandma. No, she called her
It's
mother.
her father's
It's her
sister.
father's sister, but she said she adopted her, so she became her mother.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
really, and the kids call her grandson, so she calls her that too.
Right. And I did not know that about Aikisha. Even though I know of her since she was in middle school, I did not know that story, because she's much younger, not much younger, but she's younger than I am. And so that was an interesting conversation.
It was, and to talk about
Mm-hmm.
money and the will and things like that. I liked seeing her mother aunt come in there and handle business. So that's why she's more foolishness level 1, because it really wasn't much foolishness. Aikisha handles business. She like,
Yeah.
y'all can be over here acting like monkeys if you want to. I'm about to
Yeah.
get these coins. And so maybe
And
she
it's
will.
crazy. Yeah. Go
No, I
ahead.
was just gonna say maybe she will get a chance to actually do something on Ferris Street that they've been talking
Yeah.
about forever.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to my cousin today, my Sora cousin today, about that very thing, about having those conversations, about property, family, wills,
Mm-hmm.
generational wealth. Like, you know, it's so difficult trying to work backwards when somebody's gone.
Right.
And we were put in the worst situation ever. You know the story.
Mm-hmm.
And just trying to live your own life, but try to have to try to clean up and figure out somebody else who can't even help you because they're no longer
Mm-hmm.
here. And I literally had to have a heart to heart with her today. Like, girl, worry about your family now. Like, you're setting stuff up for them like things were supposedly set up for us, but we still here and we got to make those changes. So I appreciated that conversation because a lot of families do not have those conversations at all.
Mm-hmm.
And she's lucky that her dad's sister took her in and raised her, and
Yeah.
even though she's really a part of their family, it's not
She's
like she was
blood
adopted.
related.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's
blood
blood
related.
related.
So yeah, but
But she working on that Holly Cologne Foundation or whatever it's called. So kudos to her. So
kudos
I
to her,
I
and
have
hopefully it'll work out.
I've given her a point over in the Shiite column.
We'll see.
I had just written her off completely, like I didn't even want to see her on my screen. But the last 2 episodes, I'm like, okay, she aight. She,
Yeah.
she don't really add much to the show, but she aight. She's not hurting anything. But I
Right.
do want to give her credit for that conversation with Joshy on the previous episode, because
Mm-hmm.
he let him know. I mean, first of all, that was a higher foolishness level, but it wasn't her, it was him. He's in the salon telling all of Latrice's business
Business, yeah.
in her place of business, telling
Just
everything going on in her house to a friend of hers who she not even really that close to, right?
right.
He just telling on camera, so now the whole country seeing it, which I don't know if he trying to get I guess they don't have peaches. What's your Mississippi fruit?
It's a magnolia, boo. I don't know. It was
Yeah, they don't.
disrespectful. It was
It was
disrespectful.
disrespect for. It was.
Mm.
So, he all upset about how Cliff stepped to him and everything, but
And that man, you did that shit in that man's house,
in that
though.
man's house. And then he was upset because Latrice don't defend him. So Aikisha just had to tell him, look, well,
She told you what it was.
she showed you who she is. So, you're wasting your breath at this point, sir. Move on.
Yeah, the writing is right here. Like, you can't read. Yeah. And I mean, and you gotta understand the situation Latrice is in. You don't live there. She gotta deal with him. She married to him. She is bound to him. So she has to handle it in her own way. Although, can we just move on to talking about
We
her?
can't go on to talk about Latrice now.
Even though I feel like she number 5.
I was saying 4, but
4.5.
I put Leticia at 5, but go ahead.
Yes. I don't think that, well, let me just say this. I don't know if Cliff is really considered old school in his thinking of how a wife and a husband should work together on things. I don't know if that's really old school. I think his is a little ignorant because he knew that he was marrying somebody that was way younger than him and that she was ambitious. So she's not going to fall into that old school trap, like staying at home, having babies, and that's not going to happen. Hell, she said it out in public. She don't even like kids.
She's saying it now. See, that's the thing. I think when they first got together, she was being everything that he said he wanted because she wanted to get with that sugar daddy. Latrice got too many brains. She's smarter than that. She knew what she was getting herself into, and she thought she could play it off for a while. But now he putting the pressure on, and he's like, "Where's my baby?" And she like, "Honey, I ain't trying to do all that, honey. I ain't trying to, honey." So
she does do that, Annie. Yeah, well, first of all, she don't need a baby. Please don't have no baby. Please don't. Like, it that I don't know. It just seems forced. And I don't even think they're on the best of terms. I don't know if it's just for TV. I don't know, whatever the case may be. But us looking from the outside, y'all don't even look like y'all on the same page. And then he said that they're not 50-50. I was like,
Yeah, hold on a second for me.
Yeah, right. So I mean, I really feel like I don't know. I hear what you're saying about you think this was like one of those situations where they had an agreement in the beginning and then she flipped the script later on. That's possible, but the way that she moves, I would advise them not to have no kids until they get on the same page about everything else. Because like I said, he told her they weren't even 50-50. They weren't on the same level. And I'm just like, did he really say that?
But I don't think he just said that then. That's what I'm saying. I think she was playing docile before and acting like she was going to cater to him and I can be a businesswoman and take care of my man kind of people. And she don't have time for all of that. She can't do that. So, But did you catch her saying, I got a plethora of rooms?
I wrote that.
We have a plethora of bedrooms.
I wrote that. She said a plethora of bedrooms.
Are they fake leather, honey? What do you have in your house?
That whole thing meant plethora, but I'm gonna let her have it. I don't. Yeah, but it's funny that she tried so hard.
Yeah, she went in. Okay, so I actually did take a couple of notes. She went to see Leticia for advice on public speaking. That was the silliest thing.
Mess.
That was the silliest scene. I was like,
that was made up like the damn apartment that Glen walked up on. That was made up too.
It was about as dumb as Glen in the studio, but we'll get to that too.
right. Yeah, I was like, when she was like, what did she say? Something like, "What's up, y'all?" Or something she said, and I'm going, who talks to people like that?
Who gonna go see Latrice do some public speaking? I want to go and interview the people in the audience.
I want to go and see Pleather and Espo.
The black Espo.
They can do it together. Pleather and Espo. They can buy one, get one.
Yeah. That's a mess. But Latrice, though, she, she tries to act like she gonna be the housewife, but she can't. She doesn't have. She don't really want to. And even if she used to think that way, she doesn't anymore. Even her mama's like, "Girl, you can't keep. You can't let this man control you like this." So.
And that's of all of the conversations, how you say it?
Conversations.
Of all the conversations that have been had on this show, that one was the most genuine. The one between Latrice and her mom. And her mom was basically like, boo, yeah, you need to. I mean, yeah, she was being real honest with her. And but I just, at the end of the day, I really don't feel like I don't feel like anything is going to change between Latrice and Cliff.
Exactly. At this point, until Latrice decides she's had enough, everybody in her circle that's talking to her needs to just leave it alone. Yep. Keisha even went to her trying to talk to her about, she's like, what's going on with you and Josh? You remember that Latrice was like, oh, you a old nosy bitch. That cracked me up. But, everybody trying to tell her, look, this man is doing the most. Like, he is not your father. She said he's 20 years older than her. So that puts him in his 50s. I don't buy it. He seems older than that. She said 10 years younger than her mother. Her mother looked like she was 60s. So I could put him, no, her mother looked like she might be 70. So I would put him 60. I can't imagine.
It don't even matter. First of all, worms. Second of all, I just, just let that go. They might make each other happy, but I don't see it. Since this show has been on, I don't see it. Even in the reunion, I don't see it. There's nothing, to me, she been crying since this show came on. She don't want no baby.
The only thing good she ever said about him is, I guess he took care of her, like he buys her things, which is what she probably signed up for. Like I said, a sugar daddy. She getting what she signed up for. Girl, you better get you an Amazon
Prime account. You can buy whatever you. It'll come to you the next day too. You be all right. Like, what the fuck? Like, let that shit go. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to say they need a divorce. I'm just saying that it's mismatchy. Something ain't right. She doesn't seem happy. And like I said, she's been crying since the damn show came on. Like,
but he don't seem that happy either.
He doesn't.
He seems like he's just doing his own thing. And she said she the one told everybody they don't even sleep in the same bedroom. And she in her probably early 30s. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. So she ain't sleeping with his old butt. Who she sleeping with? Okay. But Donnie, I ain't saying that about you.
Listen, I ain't trying to be funny, but
she ain't had no kids.
You ain't getting it at home. You getting it somewhere. That's all I'm going to say.
And it's a lot of people color struck. They'll get with him in his old butt because he light skinned with green eyes. They'll go for it. Curly hair. People still thinking, I'm not. I'm not all right. So that's Latrice and Goddess Length. Foolishness Never. Okay, so Foolishness Never. Go back down one. I would say Sophia.
And JJ.
Yeah. JJ is crazier than she is, but she just comes across as insecure.
Very. And especially when it deals with that ex-wife.
And real estate. She just seems like she wants to look like she has herself together, but she really doesn't. She's insecure with her kids or his kids. She's insecure in her business and in her relationship. She does not have it together. And she's going around calling herself that dumb name. The woman got some issues. And she had a whole brunch meeting with Marie and Akeisha to talk about Latrice. Latrice ain't talking about her. Latrice ain't thinking about her.
Latrice ain't talking about none of them.
Latrice is unbothered, honey.
Honey. Honey. I gotta practice that in the mirror. Honey.
Because the BBL was BBL and honey. I was Latrice, yeah, she
Oh,
worried about
said
them.
that.
Latrice is out
But
here
yeah,
worried about Cliff.
Sophia, JJ's mother was so fucking extra. She was over the top. That shit annoyed the shit out of me. And I see where he gets it from. Cause she was annoying and he's annoying. But she was doing that shit for the camera.
That's what I was about to say. I was waiting on you to finish because I was like, she seemed like she was hamming it up for the camera. So I don't like mothers that come on there trying to get cute. They all want to be Wanda. Just knock it off. We hated Wanda. Don't y'all see what happened to her? Don't be Wanda.
Knock it off.
Don't be Wanda.
Don't be Wanda or Betty.
Ugh, Betty, try hard. Yeah, so like you said, I liked Akeisha's adopted mother. She came on there sensible.
Yeah,
Latrice's mother. Yeah, Latrice's mother. She don't seem like the professional type. She sat around with too many kids, probably getting hit upside the head. So
there's a lot of them.
But she knows what not to do in a relationship. So,
right. She learned her lesson.
She probably like, don't sit up here and have all these children.
Don't do what I do.
Oh, don't do what I did.
Learn from my mistakes.
Yeah. So, Sophia just needs to focus on herself, get herself together, get some counseling or something. She and she this and she that. I'm like, girl, this is not good. She ain't thinking about you. Move on. You need a new storyline.
What was funny was the opening scene of the episode the previous week when she was having a conversation with Latrice outside and all of that yapping she was doing to Marie. When she got in front of Latrice, she was like, yeah, I was hurt. Yeah. I was like, no, that ain't what you said.
No, you was mad with everybody else.
Right.
She couldn't say no. Latrice didn't care. Latrice was like, all right, I'm gonna let you be mad for a minute, okay?
Girl.
Okay.
That was the funniest shit when Latrice was like, I'll let you have it.
You could be mad all you want to, but I'm gonna be at my building. You could be mad all you want to.
I got what I need. Like,
is you done or is you finished?
Right.
Is y'all done or is y'all finished? Like, she was
exactly. Like, she don't care about none of them.
None of them.
That is, it's so funny to me. She is so unbothered.
Yep. So I think Sophia needs to handle her family life. She got a lot going on in the household. She needs to go on and deal with that. You can't just be like putting your head in the sand. And if his mama and that craziness is coming to stay in your house, you about to have some problems you got to deal with. So don't worry about what Latrice doing. She already signed the papers on that building. You're not gonna get the money, baby.
Too late now.
Move on. Yeah. You can't sue her. You can't get the money back. Let it go and move on. Go and get you some more.
Damn sure can't sue her because she didn't have any paperwork signed.
Exactly. So you gotta take those lumps and go ahead on. So
this is when you go,
oh well.
Oh well, it is what it is. Next.
Okay, before we really get to Letitia and Glen, let's talk about Glen going to Cliff for advice.
What a joke. Two dum-dums together sipping on some scissor. Like, y'all stupid. Come on.
I can't even hardly understand Cliff. Like, how could you go to him for advice? I'd be like, wait, what you say? Oh, okay.
I know.
Wait, what? Oh, hold on. Now where? Yeah, it took me a minute. But when Cliff
is the definition of wah wah wah. Yeah, don't know.
And he's shady. He's such a caveman, right? He got real antiquated ideas about, like you said, the man, the woman, the wife, husband kind of set up. So when Glenn was talking about not having sex or whatever, he told him, dress up like a woman. I
did not get that at all. I was like, huh?
So from the last week, the way Marie was acting and the rumors about Marie and Letitia, I think he was saying she don't want you, she want a woman. So you want to get with her, dress up like a woman.
But I don't think Glenn got that.
Or if you ain't gonna be a man, it's because you the woman in the relationship. Like either way, it
now
was
that part
portrayed.
I thought that's what he was saying.
Either way, because
Be
I
the
saw it
bitch.
either way. He was like, "Yeah, be the bitch and go on and handle. Go on, be the bitch you are."
Yep.
And it with Glenn just again.
Yeah, because when he said dress up like a woman,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what that's gonna do? But then as he kept talking, I was like, oh,
because he
okay,
like she
I
don't
get
want
it.
you. Yeah, she didn't tell. And the same thing with Glenn. She didn't tell. Well, actually, according to Instagram, she does want him. But on the show, she acting like she's over him. So if he had decided he was through, I think they would be through.
Yeah. I did see on the interwebs that all of that is fake. Like the whole everything is fake about their whole relationship or whatever.
Well, on her Instagram, I've seen nothing but pictures of her and him and her acting like they such a happy, loving couple. So I don't know what supposedly changed from last fall to this spring, but yeah, I don't know. That's the problem with these shows being behind. They're not like filming them live or currently. So by the time we see it, so much has changed. They talking about old shit. But
yeah. I don't know what to say about them. But even before you said to me what you saw on her Instagram, I would have said she ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere.
Because she never looks serious when she say she's sick of him. And when okay, so let's go on and talk about it. We here. This fake apartment scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so the setup was Marie supposedly getting this place, this condo, a furnished condo in her name, so that Glenn wouldn't know about it and be able to take it if she decided to get a divorce. He wouldn't show up as her assets or whatever. Because we've all done that for friends of ours, right? So so they're sitting there talking about it. She's signing the papers, and then Glenn busts in. And they jump up like, oh my God. Like he's going to beat somebody. And he's yelling, what is this? I've been recording y'all. Y'all don't know. I know what's going on. He yelling. Letitia looking like she's smirking. Marie getting in his face like she a dude. They about to fight, or she's acting like she ready to fight. He's saying slick shit about Marie and Essie and Marie and a married man. And Letitia's like, whoa. She was looking like that. Ain't what we discussed.
You taking this too far. It's too far.
You spilling too much tea now. So yeah, that whole fake scene.
Save it for the reunion.
Yeah, but then the very next week, this week, he trying to see. He asked for advice on how to keep her, and writing a rap song, singing, recording a rap song for her. Like what? So I'm missing something.
You ain't missing nothing.
Between him ready to tear the club up the episode before, and this week he ready to beg her to come back. That don't add up. I don't know any guy who would be accusing his wife of trying to, like that he recording her and he'd heard she trying to leave him and sneak and get a place to trying to beg her to stay. Any guy I know would be like, bitch, go on in. Yeah. Oh, you trying to leave me? Oh, you pack this. You remember that old Richard Pryor? Well, you packing shit, pack this too.
But my thing, okay, so when does it become a reality check for you? Let's say he is recording her conversations. In these recording conversations, if this is true, which I do not believe, if it is true that she really wants to leave him and she's coming up with a plan that Marie is going to get her a place, why the hell would he go there? She telling you, even without her knowing that you hearing this, she is feeling her truth. I'm ready to go. So Why? What are you doing? Do you think going over there and saying, I heard you, I recorded you, is going to get her back miraculously? Although I don't believe none of this shit. But
So
I just don't understand what the point of all of it was. What was the point of him showing up over there? What was he expecting to
what was he
accomplish?
expecting if it was real? So
Mm-hmm.
on the flip side, I'm telling you, I'm seeing on Instagram that they all booed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Forget he was recording her, supposedly, allegedly, you know.
Allegedly.
Would you
Mm-hmm.
stay with a nigga that's recording you and your phone conversations in the car? Come
Well,
on.
I do know of a a famous athlete who did that to his wife. He put cameras in her car. And that's how he caught her cheating, because she was going over to the person's house that she was cheating.
And they stayed
He was
together?
he was also cheating on her. And she busted him, and yes, they stayed together. Like, yeah, people do stay together. Like, I don't know what resolve they came to as to why they decided to stay together, but I do know somebody who put cameras in her car and she had no idea
But
until
she,
he.
so she found out that he did it. She knew he did it and still
Well,
stayed with him.
because he confronted her about her cheating on him, but he had been cheating on her too.
Yeah, that's too many layers. That's too many layers.
I mean,
But
but
it's the
people.
same thing. I mean, we ain't saying that Letitia's cheating, but Glen did cheat. He had to take a whole paternity test. I would have been done with him then. So I don't see the point in staying with somebody. Like, if you're going to stay after that, you might as well shut up about all the rest of it.
And
That's how I feel.
that is my final nail in the coffin. This is what you ain't finna do. I said finna. This is what you ain't finna do. So you go through all of this trouble of being on TV. He has cheated on you on TV. Not that this is the case, right? But you forgave him. You went back to him on TV. Once you do that, you can't bring it up no more. Just be quiet. You said you wanted to be with him again, so be quiet about the whole thing. Don't bring it up again. Get another storyline. This is over.
She want to keep telling us, yeah, they had sex after the reunion, but she made him wear a condom. That's nothing to brag about, ma'am. That's nothing to brag about, that you got to make your husband wear a condom because he done slept with other women. That's not a reason to stay with him, and we're not supporting you on that. So
we can support none of this foolishness.
Yeah, but let's rewind though, because I had another point.
Okay, what's the other point?
That point about her staying with him if he's recording her, that's if he really recorded her.
Well, he told Cliff that too.
We talking about Glen. That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to get at. He's smart enough.
He wore a helmet.
He was smart enough to figure out how to wire a recorder in her car. Yeah. He don't look like he could record some shit on the DVR.
Damn.
I can't. That boy is slow. That boy.
Well, this coming from a wannabe 40-plus-year-old rapper. So I guess. Yeah.
I was like, all of
that song was garbage, by the way.
All of it was trash. And JJ act like it's the song of the year. Yeah, because it's JJ. Like, all of y'all some clowns.
Clown.
Clown. Yeah.
Clown. Foolishness. They all look super stupid. Like,
this season is odd. It's just odd. It has taken a turn.
It's not odd. They're trying too hard. They're making up literal storylines.
Yeah.
Tambra is making up relationships. Latrice, I don't know what to define that as, other than the fact that her mama says she got daddy issues. That's why she with a man that age.
I think everybody knew that from jump. She got daddy issues because her husband is 82.
Damn,
we all know that.
You went from 60 to 70 to 82. Yeah, and JJ, and so I don't even know what to say about that. That is weird as hell. And I'm trying to figure out how this man got two wives looking like that. But to each his own. I guess it's somebody for everybody. I just haven't met mine yet, but that's deep. Anyway.
2 wives and the women acting like they ready to fight over him.
What? Worms.
Well,
Anyway.
I don't think Selena's trying to fight over him, but SoGucci is really threatened.
Sophia.
Anywho.
And
Yeah,
then
Sophia.
finally, Glen and Leticia. Maybe they trying to get their own show. Them and the Pelahatchie Posse. I don't know.
Ain't nobody finna watch that.
It's gonna be called Pelahatchie Posse. Blows up.
Okay. What they doing in Huntsville? I had enough of Jackson. It's not a good show.
It's not a good show, and they ain't doing shit.
They ain't doing nothing this season. It was better before because I still like when they sprinkle some of their business stuff in, but we aren't seeing any of that. I want to see a little more. And what
happened to the dentist girl? Wasn't she a dentist?
Yeah, she dipped first season, didn't she?
Yeah,
I guess she was like, I can't do this monkey shit, and she got out of there.
Oh, that's too funny.
But even Marie has told us nothing this season. We don't know anything about her life. What about her heroin clinic or her methadone clinic? What about her family business? Whatever she does, adoptions. I don't know what she does, but yeah, she got hair care and makeup and
a BBL.
She rich. She rich bitch now, but we don't know how she got her money or where she. All we ever see her show up.
Her girlfriend gave it to her.
We see her show up and talk about Latrice. She seems like she lives to talk about Latrice. Yeah.
Every scene she talks about Latrice. That is it. And where is her girlfriend this season?
Yeah, she only popped up briefly in a scene. I think they might have even just showed a clip of her. I don't think we've seen her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people kept talking. It was something going on there. You could see it almost. So I guess they probably decided Essie better stay, off in the cut somewhere.
Essie's husband was probably like, "What you doing? Like, you making me look bad."
Yeah. So I'm like, they got to go back to showing us. Even Leticia, she was doing those lady brunches or whatever. She hadn't even had one this season. They don't do nothing.
Nobody want to go. The food was cold and the plates were dirty.
Well, that's how you.
Nobody will support her anymore.
Yeah, they got to do something. They got to break it up because the story, the writers are not good. They don't even have Tyler Perry writers. They got, I don't know, Charlotte Derry. I'm just saying they got the real thing. So all right, Huntsville. What they doing in Huntsville, child?
they that's the expo. Okay, so it started out with Tisha and Marceau talking about they moving into an apartment so they can fix up the house. Let me tell you something.
While they're building the manor.
Let me tell you something. This is bullshit. I thought y'all were multimillionaires. That's what they said to us.
So what do you think they should do if they want to renovate their house or just move into a new one and leave that house?
Well, some people, I'm not going to say most people or even a few people, but some people live there, build the other one, move to the new one, and then fix up the other one.
Yeah.
They don't move into an apartment while you fixing up this one and building that. No. Why would you pay rent? See, this is what I really think. That house they living in is not theirs.
Yeah, I went you on that. Sorry,
okay,
I had a bat
where
in the
did you
cave.
go?
I had a bat in the cave. It was blowing and everything. Having issues today. No, I get dead skin. It's just it's in the same place all the time, but then when it gets
I can't
loose,
see it though.
then I got it. When it gets loose,
feel it, but I can't see
it waving in the. I got it. I mean, I took care of it. That's why I turned my camera off for a second.
You should have just dug in that bitch. Like, get that shit.
If we were doing audio only, I might have.
Like, all up in that motherfucker. But yeah, I don't believe that the house they're in right now they own, because there's no way you would rent, mortgage, and mortgage instead of just mortgage and mortgage.
Mhm.
Unless something is wrong with this house, asbestos, lead, I don't know what, like, why are you moving? And then are y'all moving? Y'all are moving these damn kids
That's my
every
problem.
5 seconds.
That's my problem, is the instability for the kids. Now, funny enough, on Sunday, I was talking to a friend and she was saying that they're going to do some renovations on their house. The house is absolutely gorgeous. It's huge, big, big plot of land, several acres. And she was saying that they, but it's like it was a resale when they moved in. So it's got it was built many years ago. So they want to do some renovating to it, update it a little bit. And she was saying it's going to be a nightmare to stay in there during the renovations. So she was like, she would love to just move out, because when you got a whole family, they got kids, dogs, all that kind of stuff. She's like, if you got a family and there's a room in the house that you can't use, or, it could be a whole section of the house, it's really inconvenient with everybody still living there and all the noise and the dust and all that. So she was like, they might move into a temporary place while the house is being renovated. But that makes sense because they're going to move back into it, and that's because that's their permanent home.
Correct.
They're not also building, supposedly, some dream home that won't get built till the kids are grown. Like, you might as well give up on this manor if nobody's going to be there to live in it. So I don't know. It doesn't have the ring of truth.
Right.
Financially or just practically, like you said, doing all that moving with all them kids. Toya and Eugene on Married to Medicine did that, move house, because they were faking like they own these homes. They were really only renting them.
Right.
Then they had tax problems and all kind of things. So there was a reason they were jumping around. And so people know there's a reason you doing what you're doing. Just be honest. Don't try to lie. They're all trying to be fake.
But you said that you were multi-million-dollar company.
Yeah.
But now you're about to move in an apartment.
My thing is, if the house ain't what you want and you got all this money, you could just buy another house. Or like you said, move into a rental until the manor is I don't know. I don't know about renovating a home that I'm not going to live in. That don't make sense to me.
Well, I do, to rent it out.
For sale, like if you're going to sell it, but they want to move.
Sell it or rent it out.
But they're renovating it like they're going to move back into it. They're not saying they're going to move from the apartment to the new place, right?
No,
I don't know.
It's
not
confusing.
It's confusing.
It ain't damn confusing. They ain't multimillionaires. That's what that shit is about.
Yeah,
and number two, they don't own that damn house they in right now. That's all there is to it. Is you can't.
The lease was probably up and they had to go.
That's what it was. Oh, or the people whoever own it is selling it, and they got to go. Yeah. Just say what it is, cause y'all don't own nothing but that land. That's about it. That's all you own. You own is that land.
Yeah.
That's it. None of them cars y'all own. Because how many cars have we seen? The big truck, his small car, her little Benz. Anything else?
I don't know. I don't even think I've seen much of them. Have you noticed this season, it seems like they come to everything separately? It seems like they've been arriving separately to everything. Like we keep seeing Tisha make an entrance. And I'm like, why are y'all never together? So
unless he coming straight from work and she's coming from her new office at the coffee shop.
None of this is coming from the same house. But anyway.
He coming from the house of the person he went to Africa with.
Yeah. Okay. So was that the previous week where Kimmy had that? What?
So then Marceau tells Tisha about the conversation with Tiffany. But the whole thing, I was like, she already knew. Like,
yeah, that was stage scene.
That was staged.
That was just so she could try to sneak in some of Tiffany's business. Tisha's slick. She thinks she's slick, but everybody can see what she's doing. She just tries so hard to start drama and act like she's not. She's so childish.
These
How old is
people
this
are
woman?
not actors. I don't know.
She acts really, really childish. Her mama spoiled her. Everybody around her treats her like a baby. And she stays with them little short hands. I'm not a baby. But you act like one. Gonna let some man just take your office. You sound stupid. You stupid,
She
girl.
does sound stupid. So then Tiffany tells Lou about what happened, but of course she lies about it,
Yeah,
you
she
know.
did. Got him all
And
gassed up, pumped his
yeah,
head up. Get him,
and
baby.
I'm sitting here thinking this whole time in that episode, you know she's a liar because you know she's psycho.
Yeah.
So don't even. And I was like, oh, he's such a big bitch. Talking about somebody who a bitch. He a bitch.
I kept thinking, he gonna be mad when he watched this back. I kept thinking he gonna feel so stupid when he watched
He
this
don't
back and
though.
she played him.
He
Oh,
don't
I
though.
think he does. I think he does. You,
Because he knew she was a liar.
yeah, but he didn't know she had said all that. That's what I'm saying. When he when Marceau and Martell were like, did she tell you what she said? And when they started telling him, it took the air out of him. I like, for real. It was almost like you could hear the air coming out his.
But
He was
Marceau kills me when he kept saying, "What human?" And I'm going, "Why does it have to be a human? Like, why you can't just say who says whatever?" But he was like, "What human says?" I was like, "As
because
opposed to an alien."
it's not a what kind of woman would say this or what kind of man would say it. What kind of person, what kind of human
Human, and it was
would
funny
go up
because
to
he kept saying it like that.
somebody's girlfriend or supposed girlfriend that they don't know,
That you never met.
never met, don't know nothing about this woman, to be like, do you think yo what's your name good enough to keep it? Like, why are you discussing my private parts?
Right.
That was, it was so out of line. And then, but I'm pregnant. No, bitch, you, and look, you can get slapped. That ain't gonna hurt the baby.
Psycho. Psycho.
They can slap
I wish I
you.
can count. Let me count the number of times I wrote she's psycho. She's psycho. She's psycho. Like
How
she
many?
is, I don't know, like
Oh, like
5.
12. Oh.
Like it makes no sense how, and she say that shit with a straight face. Like, I just really thought that they could listen to me. And I'm going,
Because I love blended families. I love blended families. Lies. You are a liar, a lying liar.
lying liar.
Lying liar.
Pathological.
She
She is a pleather liar.
she tell a plethora of lies. I was like, ma'am. And then she got Lou trying to be like, well, you know, she love blended families. So it's like, bruh, cut it out. Cut it out.
Bitch.
He came in there all mad, like he wanted to step to Martell was like, So he walking up on Martell like he about to, you know, poke him in the chest.
Man.
Martell just quietly just pushed his hand away. And then he was like, man, don't do that, don't do that. So now Big Lou want to act like Martell did something to him. No, you were the aggressor. You were the one big
Right.
mad because your wife didn't lie to you. And they did not care. They were like, yeah, we talked to her. He was like, you had a point, but were you right? Martell was like, yeah, I was right. But were you right? Yeah, I was right.
He was right. He was right. And of course, that's what he says to Tiffany later. Martell had his reasons, and his reasons were valid. But Marceau, in his, what did he call Marceau?
Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker! I was like, Betty Crocker.
He was just trying too hard to have a moment. It didn't work.
Bitch assness.
When he said, Martell was like, I was right. He was like, but were you right? Yes, I was. That cracked me up so bad. I'm sorry. Because Martell was unbothered. He was like, you come here with your, with your big noise if you want to. I will lay you out.
Listen, I know where I work. But Martell had every right to pop Lou in the face if he would have hit him inappropriately. Because he was wrong. He was in his personal space. Mm-hmm. And they were talking to him calm.
They were.
Lou was the one with his bitchy woman hip ass being disrespectful. And I'm just like,
and louder and louder.
Dude, you know she's a liar. Stop it.
Right. And that whole Karen thing, it was such a reach. Everything was such a reach. I was like, if y'all don't stop with this, oh
Sit
man,
your ass down
just
somewhere.
stop. Just stop. Your wife
Just
was
stop.
wrong. And they were like, yeah, we can come to you, but are you gonna check your wife? That's what they were saying. And he was like, well, I'll talk to her if she's wrong. Well, she is. So go handle it. She wrong. And he actually did. He went back to her after that conversation, and as tactfully as he could, because he didn't want to get stabbed. No, he gotta be.
He
Yeah,
gotta
he
sleep
gotta
in the
be
bed next to
careful.
her psycho ass.
Exactly. So he gotta
Cause
be.
look, you sitting there.
He on eggshells, like, okay, baby, you might have been a little wrong this time. Don't kill me. It's just a little. Yeah, cause she like, yeah, she crazy. So
she crazy.
He
And
gotta
he
try
know
to
it.
tactfully be like, all right, okay, cause she's sitting there. The doctor, she done had this fake whatever attack. Look,
Episode.
listen, I had kids. I did get put on bed rest, and I didn't have my symptoms weren't like that. I wasn't seeing stars and needed the lights off and all of that.
She did that
So
because she knew her ass was getting busted at that time.
that's what everybody's saying. Like
Girl, that shit was so fucking fake. Cause
she heard
and
that
then
shit
she was
outside going the
crying.
wrong way.
Huh?
She heard that shit outside not going in her favor. So she was like, oh.
I feel faint. Yeah. And then she's all crying and shit with Lou. Then as soon as Kimmy walked in, go, I'm all right. Girl, you psycho.
I love Kimmy in that moment. She was like, okay, I'm confused. Why don't you want to go to the hospital? I don't understand why
She was faking.
Why I need an adult's permission to call 911. I don't understand.
She faking.
You had all these symptoms. You pregnant. Why don't you want me to? Why don't you? Any woman that's been pregnant start feeling like that, they're gonna be panicking. Like, I don't want to lose my baby. We gotta go to the hospital.
Cause she faking.
Exactly. I was cracking up. Kimmy was like, I don't understand. Somebody help me. I don't understand what
she understood. And what would have been funny is Kimmy watching that back.
Yep.
And going, this bitch was faking because she got busted. That's what that was about.
Busted. I can't wait till the reunion. I hope they talk about that on the reunion.
Me too.
They're not gonna want to call her a lie, but that's what they
Why do. Not? Martell be Marceau. No, it'll be Marceau that now you know you were lying.
He probably will. Cause he don't care.
Marceau will call it out.
Marceau will, cause he get under their skin every chance he get.
But I did like when Lou said, so how many times has Melody asked you for advice?
That part. Like, that's what I said. He was very gently trying to put her in her place. He didn't want her to get mad. Because she stopped typing and looking at him the wrong way. He know he gonna die. So
she was like, none. How many? None. What?
7.
I'm just like, say that again.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting here going, and then she's, I just want them to, girl, shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you for your advice, and you're a psycho.
And you're lying. You know good and damn well it ain't about your desire to see it because you love blended families. Melody ain't ask you for that. Melody don't want that. They doing okay by themselves. Girl gone. All right. So
psycho.
Back to Martell.
Suits.
Suits, spandex.
I want to know who gonna pay $700 for these suits.
For a double-breasted biker suit with gold buttons.
With a fox.
With gold buttons.
With a fox. It's going. Oh, free with purchase.
What, the box is free with purchase. Would you go out with a man with a double-breasted suit and gold buttons? I just need to know. And it's extra medium
And that's what I was getting ready to say. And his nut sacks is tight up in there. We used to call them nut cutters in college. No, I would not. You hurting yourself. You probably in pain. You all right? Can you breathe?
I was like, I'm going, what kind of designer is this? He won what kind of awards? Who somebody lying? He the one suggested the gold buttons. It's presidential. It's pimpish. You gonna look clownish.
Now I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Martell is not cute to me, but he does. He's built,
He cut up now.
and sometimes he looks really good dressed up. Not all the time, but sometimes he look really good dressed up. I don't prefer them extra medium suits he wears.
His suits are too tight.
And then they wear shoes with no socks on. I know the feet stinking, you know, I don't like feet. But I'm just like,
yeah, he's just
doing the most.
He is. He just looks crazy to me sometimes. I mean, he looks nice because he's dressed and he's put together. But the suit is just a little too tight, bro. Just go on and just go up a notch. Just, one size up. So you can move in it,
Right,
you need to get one of them John Wick suits. Because John Wick fights 400 people in a suit and tie. And it's bulletproof. He'd be pulling his jacket like, yeah. But I will say, we talk about how, Huntsville was about the businesses and stuff like that. Martell is out here hustling because he ain't passing that test.
You don't have a choice. Did he file bankrupt or something?
I don't know, but he ain't passing that test, so he got to make his money some other kind of way. But I'm saying we actually get to see Martell out here trying to grind. What does Maurice do? We don't see him do nothing but get in everybody else's business.
We haven't talked about him yet.
We saw Marcel have a groundbreaking for something. I don't quite know what it was, but it was something.
I don't either. And I was getting ready to say, whatever that groundbreaking was really for, it's not going to get built 10 years from now. It's going to be like my damn pool taking forever. Right. No, it makes no sense.
So what were you going to say about Maurice? He has no storyline.
First of all, the conversation between him and Kimmy about their sex life was disgusting. It was horrid, and
for sure.
I don't think he gives a damn. He wants sex, and there is a period at the end of it. Don't care how he get it, but that's what I'm saying. It's like all that shit she's saying, he don't really care. He don't care how she feel. He don't care if she ain't in the mood. He don't care about nothing she going through. He don't care. He wants sex, and that's all. That's really, really it. And then the conversation, was it this one or the last one? I don't think we really talked about it. But the previous show, when she was talking to him and the boy about the chores and stuff, he wasn't listening to that either. It's all, I'm telling you, they do not match. She's the come up for him. She's the brains, but not really because she with him. But he's awkward. He's weird. He brings nothing. He has no sex appeal. He's
12. He's like mentally
he's
12.
5.
Sex. You're gonna give me sex? What about the sex?
That's it.
When we gonna have the sex? I don't want to clean up. I don't want to cook. I just want to have sex. Just where the sex? Ooh, y'all fight. Ooh, he said this. Okay, let's go have sex. Like he's just a Neanderthal. That conversation was cringy to me because this woman is going through radiation and chemo and gotta actually explain to him that she don't want to have sex, that she ain't in the mood. Like, fool, her insides are being killed by these drugs. You think that she want to have sex because she threw her leg over you? Are you stupid? Why would he even be thinking about it when his wife is going through this? It was just so, ugh. And then for her to talk to her friend and we had to hear it all over again, I was like, ugh. nobody wants to hear this, people. I don't know. Or maybe she felt like it would help. You know how some people want to share so they can help other folks
She
with
is
their
trying to
story.
share. She is trying to share, but the thing is, the person that you need to share with don't give a damn about what you're
Don't give
going
a
through.
damn. Exactly. And so her
And he
share,
ain't even trying to fake the shit.
he worried about, oh, you faking it? What you think, dummy? She done been through chemo. She got cancer. Like, did you think it increased her sex drive? Like, what kind of idiot is he? He's such a caveman with no business of his own. I don't know. That pumpkin head just get on my nerves. He's just a pumpkin head. So, and like you said, Kimmy's one of my favorites. I think she is my favorite on the show. So I hate to see her mired down with this loser because he just seems like a loser
It don't
who
match.
follows his brother around, his younger brother at that. Like, what kind of? He's a clown.
Clown.
Clown. Okay, so that's Kimmy and Maurice. So are we ready? Oh yeah. So before we get to, there's nothing to talk about with Stormy. Nothing there. Or Kiki. They weren't in this
Absolutely
one.
not.
No Kiki this episode.
Absolutely
I don't
nothing.
think she was in the last one either. I don't know. Melody met with her attorney
Because she
and
wants to change her name
she wants to change
back
her
to
name,
Rogers.
but
Rogers.
yeah, with a D. She can't. Well, at that time she couldn't because she was still in legal proceedings on custody and stuff like that. You can't be changing your name. You got court cases. That makes sense. Um, the passwords. She said Martell requesting passwords to her social
That was over the
media
top. I wouldn't do
and
that.
knowing who she's been dating romantically. It
Nope.
seems
I'm not
romantically.
answering that. Nope.
I don't even see how his attorney would put that's a it seems like you it's not a frivolous lawsuit. The lawsuit itself is legit. But those kind of requests seems like a judge would just be like, get that out of here. You ain't getting no damn
Well, a
passwords.
judge with some sense, yes.
Yeah. I can't even understand what other than him trying to spy on her and dig up dirt to try to prove that she was cheating. Why would he need her social media accounts?
Why would he need to prove she's cheating?
Because that's a personal vendetta of his. He just been dying.
They
Like the
already
sex tape.
divorced.
The sex tape stuff is new. He's still been
Man.
trying to prove she cheating. He was gonna try to have Ariane pretend to be Melody cheating with somebody else. This is stupid.
He's obsessed with Melody. But he the
Yeah.
one fucked it up. You messed up this whole thing.
Hmm.
This is your fault. Now, I'm not saying she doesn't have any part of the blame, but the majority of the blame, fool, you had a baby with a whole nother woman during your marriage.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the first time he had gotten that same girl pregnant during his marriage. I
And it
mean,
was all public.
marriage.
His marriage. And it was so
Yeah.
public. And
Yeah.
his girlfriend was dragging his at that time current wife on social
Right.
media.
Right.
Yeah, bro, you burned all those bridges. All of
All
them.
those bridges. So I don't see why people get so upset because Melody want absolutely nothing to do with him. She's divorced. She don't have to talk to this dude ever again. They can text about the kids.
I think it's still because he's manipulating the story, okay, and the
Mm-hmm.
optics, right? So he's been trying all season to show that he is taking care of the mother of his children, or he's looking out for her
Yeah.
because he's a gentleman and that's just the kind of person he is, and that she evil, spiteful devil, and she's letting him do it, and she's letting it be shown, and she needs to I think she needs to kind of get past some of that bitterness. I know it ain't easy, but she got to find a way not to let him get under her skin because it just makes her look bad. It's not making
Yeah.
him look bad if he goes to shake her hand and she refuses. She honestly, to me,
But
looks
he
bad.
but
He
at the
knew
same
she
time,
would do it.
exactly at the same
That's
time,
why I
he
said
is
he's
just as
manipulating
petty.
it. He's
Yeah,
manipulating the optics. That's what I'm saying.
exactly.
And she's letting him. If she
Yeah,
had shook his hand, he would have had to just go sit down and he wouldn't have gotten anything to put in the confessional. It ain't nothing to say,
correct.
right? If
Correct.
she could just say, hello, Martell, like she said to everybody else, and sit down, you know, I don't know. I would love for her to be a little bit more cordial. But he done boxed her into a corner where she can't. She just any little inch that she gives him, he takes a mile. So she just got to keep smacking him on his hand.
And these kids gonna grow up and see all this shit, and they gonna resent his ass like no
They
other.
are. They are. Wait till they see those YouTube videos that Ariana was making. Oh my God. It's gonna be something awful. The oldest kids may have seen it by now because I think they may be old enough to have found it, or some kids at school to have shown it to them.
Oh, you know the kids at school have already told them, your daddy had a whole baby on your girl. Yes.
Well, I think they know he has a baby, but I'm saying
No, I mean, I'm just saying they're getting teased
stuff
about it.
Yeah.
But the conversation that happened before everybody got there between Kimmy and Melody, and Kimmy was trying to ask her was she seeing somebody, and she was like, I saw the pictures and shit like that. And I'm sitting here going, first of all, social media, if you put it on social media, that means you want people to see. You can't get mad at somebody asking you a question about something you post. You posted it because you wanted people to see it. Who, I don't know. But that part I don't like about Melody. Her playing this, everybody in my business. You put your business out there.
But then when they try to get in her business, if she says, I don't want to tell you, then they got to move on.
Yeah. Yeah. So, they do need to move on, but it's just funny that she tries to say, everybody just want to be in my business. Well, if you didn't do a live every 10 minutes, and if you didn't post some man's hand, then we wouldn't ask you questions.
And why shouldn't they? You're on a reality TV show. Because at this point, Melody isn't showing anything with her business ventures. She doesn't show herself interacting with the kids, and she barely hanging out with the cast. Why is she on this show? Like at this stage, she may need to take a step back and say, you know what, I can't do this. It's too toxic. You know, I got other things going on. Y'all got it. I'm out. She don't. When she comes in the scene, the whole vibe changes. Everything becomes about her. They ask her 100 questions, try to get in her business. It is a reality show. They are supposed to ask her about her life. She won't say anything. She don't want to talk about nothing. She sits
Why
there.
Why are you here?
Fake smiles. Yeah. Why are you here then? If you don't want to be here, go home.
Yeah.
Go home. Go to sleep.
But I did want to ask you, what do you think about her wanting to change her name back to Rogers, and all of her kids are going to be Holtz?
I think it's so, yeah, it's complicated. I know most kids like to have the same last name, and they like to have the name as their parents, you know, whoever their mom is. Not even necessarily the dad. They like to have the same last name as their mom, honestly. So, I could see the argument for her keeping the last name Hope, but I understand on the other hand, she don't want nothing else to do with him. She just wants to be done with Martell Hope. She just, you know, no remnants of him, so he can't be trying to claim anything that she does has anything to do with him. Which, you know, she already does the Melody Cherie. I think she should just go by that professionally. Not even, you don't
and then
even have
just
to
leave
do
your
a
name.
Yeah, she could do a DBA Melody Cherie and just keep Melody Hope. But yeah, I mean, she obviously is done.
She done.
He's still sniffing, but she's like, nah. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I don't even believe they going back on that one. You know how I've said in the past when we done shows in the past that I believe, you know, when you have kids, especially if they're young kids, they creep back. I don't think she creeping. I don't think she creeping back at all.
She might have crept back once or twice early on, but
yeah, but not anymore.
I think once Ariana came out, and I need to stop saying her name before she tries to sue me. But she
allegedly
she was so raw on YouTube talking about her and Martell, and you know, talking about Melody and stuff like that. I would never have anything to do with his ass again. He let his woman
Yeah.
get on TV, get on, Beyonce's internet, talk about me like that. So.
Right. It was just crazy. It was crazy. But she yeah, Melody, we're not seeing anything about her business. And then here come Marceau and Tisha talking about this expo, and nobody responded to their email. Kimmy was like, I got some questions.
I was on Kimmy's side in this one. Tisha talks a good game. People have done so much and we have so much, we should give back to the community. Then, as Kimmy said, we give back to the community as the comeback group, not as Black or as the Black Expo.
Right.
It's going to be the comeback.
She said Black with a Q.
With a Q, not CK. Exactly. And I'm totally down with that. You're not going to put this under your business umbrella, calling it pro bono, because if you do make any profit, who's it going to?
Them.
Exactly. That's why Kimmy was like, you lying. They're saying, no, any money we get, we're going to give it back. Lies. We all know y'all lying. We know.
They got to pay rent.
They got all the rents.
All the
mortgages,
rents.
car notes.
The rentses.
They got to pay for her weaves, her makeup now, all these clothes. She
and don't forget they have an office space. So yeah, they got shit to pay for.
Yeah.
The coffee shop. Yeah, so yeah, I was one person in Melody with her shady ass talking about you wasn't even talking about sponsorships until I brought it up.
She
so
wasn't.
True. That was true.
I like how she checked her. Support is not sponsorship. I tried to come to your event to support. That's just so you'll see my face and have a friendly face in the audience and know your friends are here for you. That's support. Sponsorship is dollars, period. You done spend some money. Yeah. No,
Run
baby.
that back.
Those ain't the same. That we're not on the same level. So
excuse me. So how do you feel about the fact that they do want to get paid? Do you agree with that? Even though Marceau said if you want to get paid, that's just selfish.
I think he's full of shit. It's not selfish. Because them putting it under Black gives them the potential to make money. And so that's why I said it's not like their group is doing it. If their group had come together and decided to do this and all agreed, together, and it was like she said, as the comeback group doing it or whatever name they wanted to put it under, then yeah, we might all do it, pro bono and put it in writing that nobody would get anything. But if it's under your company and everything is going to run
and
through
they're
y'all,
they're on the flyer,
y'all
not
on
the
the
comeback
flyer.
group.
Right. Why would I do this just to make y'all look good?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be promoting their business. It's going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's not direct monies for the event, people will start going to their bar, their cigar bar, whatever it is, to support them and, give them business.
But nobody's going to come to the credit repair, and nobody's going to help Martell with the test, and nobody's going to hire Melody to do public speaking. And Kimmy is a nurse, so.
Yeah, it's not going to benefit them that way. But, they make me sick trying to act like they so smart that can't nobody figure out what they really doing. They trying to get some free labor off their friends, some free promotion.
And that's our problem. That's our problem. We want free from each other, but you won't ask nobody else for free.
Yeah, value my work, value my time. Even if you
just
only
like
want my time,
else.
my time is valuable. There is a dollar amount that I could quantify for you for how much my time is worth. So if you want to pay me what I'm worth, let's talk.
I think and Kimmy, I'm like you. I agree with everything Kimmy said. And then here come Maurice. That's the comeback group. Okay, she done already said that. Sit down. But yeah, I don't even know why we're meeting. Why are we meeting and talking about this? I'm not gonna support you. They should have just done it on their own without even involving them, and just send them a little letter asking them would they like to participate, and then they can tell you no, and then you can go on about your business planning, but leave them out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Why would I do this for you for free? You know, we can negotiate a discounted friend rate. Absolutely.
Nope.
Absolutely. We could discuss it.
And is this in this and was this trying to be an annual thing? Was she trying, what after that happened, then what? That's kind of what I was confused about. Is this a one time, I got to pay my rent, so let me have this expo?
Yeah, I don't know, because if it were a fundraiser, like a scholarship fundraiser or something,
Or
then I can
something.
see you asking people to donate their time, because you're
Correct.
like, I don't want to spend a lot of money because I
Correct.
want to be able to give the maximum amount to these kids or to this shelter or to some specific group. But just I'm giving back to the community because I'm going to talk at a seminar at your expo for free. That don't sound.
When you renting, yeah, I'm not really going to you.
Donate them weaves and wigs, ma'am. Donate that makeup. Yeah, yeah. They
Why would
asking
I
a lot.
why would I go to them? I'm just trying to figure it out. What value do you bring to me and you can't pass a test?
I don't know. What would anybody? Sorry, what would anybody go to hear Martell talk about?
Suits
And Inez wine.
and
You know
honest
anybody
one.
that's tried it?
Ooh.
I'm about to look it up and see what the reviews are. I want to know for sure. I have in my mind what the reviews are, and I'm already ready to giggle. But
Right.
I want to
Well,
see. I want to see it in writing.
yeah, I don't know. I don't
It
know.
just looked
Is
like
it
it's
at the dollar store? Can you get at the dollar store?
it looked like it's sweet. Just by the color of it. It's like like a
Deep red.
yeah. Well, it was reddish pink or something. I don't know. It just looks sweet to me. Like it's gonna taste like
I
milk.
tried if somebody gave it to me.
Would you try that chocolate champagne stuff?
If
That's on
somebody
sale.
gave it to me,
I wonder if I can.
I'll try it. I'll try it. Yeah. I'm not gonna buy it though. I'm not going to go on their website and give them money and then not get the product. That's what people were saying too. I bought my chocolate. What is it called?
Chocolate. Chocolate in a bottle.
Yeah, something like that.
It's something
Yeah,
in a
people.
bottle.
Couple of people put on the interwebs that they bought it and they still waiting on their shipment or whatever. Just like they were talking about Stormy's products that they had ordered and didn't get
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. I ain't
Right.
giving these people no money. You crazy?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So we'll see if it happens or happened. I don't know
The
if they ever
expo,
got it. Yeah.
it didn't happen. Shit.
Oh.
Well, because unless Tisha got some people to help her, Carlos helped her out or something. It looked like Kimmy and Maurice, and especially Mel. So let me start with it. It looked like Mel, Kimmy, and Maurice was out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Maurice is out
Martell gonna go.
because Kimmy said so.
Kimmy's out, right? But Martell might do it because he thinks he's going to get the notoriety,
The promotion from it.
the
Yeah.
promotion.
And he probably should do it so he
Yeah,
can
for the
sell that
wine and them tight
and
them
them suits if he
suits.
have them ready by then. Yeah.
Yeah,
And Melody has products, but it didn't sound like that's what she wanted. It's not like she wanted them to have booths where they're selling their products or,
right,
promoting their items. She wanted them to be like panel speakers or something.
right. But you still write up their bios and publish it, and then people are going to look, especially if you provide web links and stuff or QR codes. People are going to look the stuff up just to see what you have.
Now, what Tisha could do is maybe an in-kind kind of thing, like give them booth space where they could sell their products, because he's got the children's books too, with his kids. So he could have all those products there in lieu of speaking fees.
Yeah.
Because booth space is not cheap,
Right.
depending on how big the expo is.
Tisha said, I ain't paying you.
She really did.
Period. She put a
really did.
period.
He was like, y'all didn't respond to my email, so that's a wrap. I'm assuming that y'all don't want to get paid. No, that's not what we saying. We didn't respond to your email because we wanted to ask you questions in person. But
Right.
she came in there with the rah-rah. So, okay, y'all do this by yourselves then. You and Marceau and Gino. Y'all got it.
Ladyhips. Well, that's a wrap, people. They suck too.
Yeah, and we're gonna spend all this time talking about a bunch of folks that we don't like anymore.
and absolutely none of them, like zero. Yeah. Like
they're annoying us every week.
It's fun to get it off our chest. We're venting to y'all and y'all are listening. Thank you for that. Remember to like and subscribe too. I ain't trying to be funny, but stay tuned. We're going to be recording again later this week.
Yes, Keita and Kim will be back. And you will not believe what we got for y'all. Oh, yeah.
I can't wait.
All right. Yeah. So until then, party people, deuces.